Hello everyone. In today's video, I'm gonna be discussing the topic ethical and legal considerations with nursing informatics. What is nursing informatics? According to Miller 2025, she quoted American Nurses Association as having defined nursing informatics as the discipline or specialty that converts data into information and then uses technology to improve health, safety, quality, and outcome in nursing practice. Nursing informatics actually is a combination of nursing science, computer science, data analytics, and communication. Ethical and legal considerations. It's talking about the practice of evaluating the moral principles or societal values against the laws, applicable laws in that particular situation when someone is trying to take an action or make a decision. Put in its simplest form, ethical and legal consideration is just about moral principle plus whatever is permitted by the law. So in this sense, we are talking about the ethical and legal considerations with nursing informatics. This is, when applied to this situation, it's talking about judging what is acceptable when we use or utilize nursing informatics. How do we balance it with what is accepted by society? Actions you take with nursing informatics, how do you bring it to bear on what is acceptable to society and what the law permits? Why is ethical and legal consideration a necessary topic with nursing informatics? Well, we all know that since we migrated from paper sharding to electronic health record keeping, a lot of advancement has really happened. Nursing informatics has made a lot of things available to us. Now we do electronic documentation, and we use some tools that nursing informatics has provided us with. Talk about iPhones, talk about trackers, even the ones we use for diagnosis, like pox ox, monitors for taking vitals, insulin pump. All of these were made available by nursing informatics. And then we realized that in using all of these, we are dealing with patients, right? And when we deal with patients, we deal with their information. And there has to be a way to keep all this information safe. Because while using all these tools made available by nursing informatics, abuse or misuse can happen. So with ethical and legal considerations, we are made aware of those potholes that the use of nursing informatics has also created. You know, when you are aware of something or when you are aware of a problem, you are better positioned to find solutions or to find a way to navigate around those problems. So this is the benefit of considering or looking into this topic, ethical and legal considerations with nursing informatics. American Nurses Association, in their article referenced on this video, has mentioned that Gallup poll has rated the nursing profession #1 for many years on the list of most honest and ethical profession. This feat didn't come by mistake, but it resulted from the conscious efforts that nurses all over the world or in the United States are making to uphold the ethical principles of the profession or of nursing practice. And I'm going to mention some of the ethical principles that nurses have been trained and advised to live by. There are like 7 major principles. Number 1 is autonomy. How do you involve your patients in decisions that involve their own care? Do you make decisions for them, or you involve them and let them decide what is best first? Then number 2, beneficence. Do you do what you do in the best interest of your patients or based on what is comfortable to you as a nurse? Number 3, non-maleficence. We always hear this slogan, do no harm. Are you avoiding any form of harm in your care provision? Number 4, veracity. When you tell your patients things, do you stand by that? Do you always tell them the truth? If you tell them, oh, I'll be back to see you in an hour, do you keep to that? Because all these things have an effect, which I'm going to mention eventually. Then number 5 is fidelity. Being true to who you are. Number 6 is justice. Are you fair to all your patients, or do you treat some better than the other? Then number 7 is respect. Respect for their privacy, respect for their human dignity. Even at the point of death, during their end of life care, do you still recognize that these are humans? Or even when they have passed, you still give them that respect and treat their bodies well. So all these principles that nurses have been living on have added up to build the trust that nurses have with their patients. For reference purpose, you can see get more information on code of ethics and ethical principles in the book written by Miller SK 2025, pages 15 through 17. When we nurses apply the 7 ethical principles in our practice, we will not only build trust in our relationship with our patients, but we will also provide them with the needed confidentiality and privacy of both person and information. For instance, you won't give access to someone that is not involved in the care of the patient. You will limit, you will protect your patient's information. And when they want to have access to their own information, you will give them that autonomy. And there are laws that are in place to checkmate nurses and make sure that we are doing the right thing at the right time. And some of those laws are the HIPAA law. Nobody wants to violate the HIPAA law because it comes at a great cost. HIPAA means Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, and it was enacted in the year 1996 to protect the personal health information of patients. And then there is also the Nurse Practice Act, which is available in every state, that determines the standard and scope of nursing practice. You can see the references where these informations were put from on this video at the end. I added the references there. So as a nurse, you have to be aware that there are laws that you have to obey as you provide care to your patients. And then you also know that there are standards or principles that you're supposed to live by. And when you combine these two, you will end up providing the best care that is in the interest of your patients, and you will do no harm to them, and you will give them the autonomy that they need with their information and with their care.